Hello, everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome. Alrighty, I have quite a few people in the house right now with me. Did I tell you guys that my iPhone 16 Pro crashed? I nearly ran mad. This our content work will not buy us. But the way I dey use my phone, if normal person, you need three people to use their phone like that before the phone go answer them like this. So, how are you doing? How are you doing? So, the conversation I want us to have today is you have no business marrying before 30. Rebecca, how are you doing? Rebecca, I'm supposed to have called you. I'm supposed to have called so many people. Please forgive me. My schedule is unbelievable, as in, my schedule is wild. So, please forgive me. Jackie, how are you doing? Very sad about my phone. Big shout out to my daughter Daniela. She turns 23 today. 23 is a big old age. And I remember when I used to have that conversation with my mother-in-law. Luckily, my mama knew they ever talk marriage. My mother has her own type of stress, so don't get me wrong. It's not like my mother is stressless. My mother is very stressful. But my mother doesn't push children with marriage. My mother is her own is more academics and so many things. But my mother-in-law is, I can't wait to get married. One day I had to clear house. Say, mommy, marriage is not on these children's agenda. I want them to be successful. I want them to be able to stand on their own. I want them to be able to take care of themselves. If a man starts showing them shaggy, I can't be their husband. I cannot come and start babying a grown woman. You understand? So, I can't wait to attend your wedding. Yay, nobody is making noise about wedding. You understand? Nobody is making noise about wedding. It's not my business. That's not what I came to this life for, to come and gather and then we waste our money and throw a party, and then 2 years from now they say they are not doing again. You will find my money back from you. Anyway, one of the beautiful things about Free Nation is the fact that we don't particularly solicit big weddings. We don't celebrate birthdays in the Free Nation. You'll never see me throw a birthday party. You understand me? And it has, over the years, I started doing it because of religious reasons, that the only birthdays that were celebrated in the Bible were pagan birthdays. So why am I throwing a party because I'm a year older? And then they say, to celebrate God. How do I celebrate God by throwing a party for my enemies? Explain to me, how do I celebrate God? As in, explain to me, how do I celebrate God by throwing a party? I'm throwing a party for my friends to come and eat and drink, and my enemies, and to show off. And in the showing off, I'm celebrating God. How do people think these things up? As in, how do people wind yourselves into that silliness? So, me and my wife used to quarrel about it. I'm not doing birthday. My wife said, oh, we should do birthday. It always used to cause a bit of, you celebrate God by giving to people. Yeah. Give to the poor, give to the homeless, give to the widows, give to the orphans. Which one is throw party for your rich friends and all of you are competing who wore the best gold? Please, 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 please. That's not celebrating God. So We used to have little friction here and there over that. That's my wife and I. Then you change clothes 3 times. And I'm sitting down and I'm like, I don't like parties. I don't like the stress. I don't like. See, instead of celebrating a party, let me buy a Patek and say that at 50 I bought myself this Patek and I'll be happy with myself. Or let me buy myself a Lambo. Somebody said you are celebrating life. How am I celebrating life by throwing a party? Make it make sense. You are tying two things together that have not no. I can celebrate life by buying a Rolls Royce. Explain to me how me throwing a party is celebrating life. How? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. But you they turn up for people's own if they invite me. And I know how much I spend. I know how much I spend. As a matter of fact, Air Peace owes me 2 return tickets to Abuja for Obi Kubana's birthday, if I'm correct. They cancelled on me and never refunded. And I had to go with private. I'm just remembering. I think they just cancelled on me last minute. And I've not got my money back. That's over ₦1 million, if I remember correctly. I not get this kind of money where I go sit down dash person my money. Oh. Hey. They cancelled on me last minute. And there was no flight going to Abuja. Hey. Thank you for flying with us, K. I didn't go anywhere. Or did I forget to cancel the tickets? Abuja, Lagos, God bless you. Okay, that was coming back. Yeah, coming back. I flew them coming back. Because there was now seat coming back. There was no seat going. Yeah, this is when I lost it. 0501. No. I have to go. I'm not sure they refunded me that money. No. When was Obi Kubana's birthday? Can somebody remind me? Sorry, I just remembered now. I was supposed to talk about birthday. Abuja to Lagos. I know I did Abuja back to Lagos, but I had to go private going because there was no flight. There was no flight, as in zero. Hey, Modern. Okay, no, that's Lagos Akure. I told them to hold it. Somebody should remind me this. So, I was so pissed. As in, I almost could not go for Obi's birthday. April 12th. Thank you very much. I'll go and look around those days. I bought my ticket too. I was on my way to the airport. Uber was waiting for me downstairs. When my staff called and said that they've cancelled the flight, I started crying. I don't go so close. Are we going to go by road? There's no airline that we did not call. And they are sorry. And they have no flight. Baba. Private jet to the rescue. So anyway, yes, I do attend people's birthday parties. And I'm also now going to use this to educate you. Do you think when a man like PT or Obi Kubana or Davido, do you think when they do their birthdays it is to show off or to make contacts or to forge new alliances? You see, the difference between you at home and Obi Kubana is that you are stupid. Obi is not. The caliber of people Obi packed into one room, for you to gather those people into one room, for you to gather that network power in one room, is not easy. Obi did not do it to show off. Obi did it as a businessman, forge new connections. On my table, I was sitting with people I normally would not run into. I was sitting, Pastor Jerry Eze was sitting to my right. Yeah, Pastor Jerry Eze, I was sitting, Pastor Jerry Eze was next to me on my right. My wife was next to Pastor Jerry, and the Canadian Deputy High Commissioner was next to my wife. Just my table. Imagine how powerful my table is. Just imagine how the table I'm sitting on is. I'm sitting beside, even though I disagree with a lot of his doctrines, I'm sitting beside arguably one of Nigeria's most powerful pastors and the Deputy High Commissioner of Canada. The table in front of me was Pastor Fato Imbo, Allen Onyema. As in, the level of people that Obi packed into a venue was unbelievable. You can't gather those kind of people at a sitting. So Obi did not do it. Yes, he did it to celebrate himself and celebrate his life, but he also did it as a business networking gesture or gesture. And even me, I made mad contacts from Obi's birthday. Now imagine Obi that is doing the birthday. Same thing with Davido. Same thing with PT. PT throws a party and shuts down London. The last PT party that we attended was in the Park Lane Hilton underground. As in, the caliber of people in London that turned up for that party. As in, people, they're beefing me. Because Daddy Freeze, you are in town, you not tell us so we could get tickets. Some people went to stay in the Hilton just so that they could get crash the party. They still not allow them in. Strictly by invite. So, when somebody like Pastor Toby or Obi Kubana or Davido throw a party, inside that party they are promoting an album, they are promoting a business, they are promoting some networking, they are trying to bring people of different caliber, of different walks of life together. If you throw parties just to show off and to celebrate life, waiting you don't achieve for life, where they celebrate, they gather people. And everybody gathers on your birthday, eats the little money you have, and goes back home. So in my house, before, we never used to celebrate birthdays at all. Then my wife was like, we have to make cake for the kids. We fought about it back and forth. So eventually landed on cake. So what we do for my children's birthday is we buy them gifts and we take them out. You understand? Just take them to a restaurant, we eat on that day. Family, nobody else. Maybe if one friend is around, but usually we try to keep it our family very close-knit, just us. And initially, I didn't know the value of it. Because I remember when they turn 10, you must throw party. When they turn 15, you must throw party. When they turn 18, you must throw party. And each of the parties is stress. The last party we threw was Baby Freeze, 1-year-old, and Abiba's 10-year-old. So Baby Free is 1 year old and Abiba's 10 years. After that, we stopped throwing parties. No more party again. By that time, we started doing Free Nation, and we said, you know what? We're not doing parties again. And I saved myself a lot of stress, a lot of money. Of course, we did it for religious reasons, quote and unquote. But at the end of the day, I ended up saving myself a lot of stress, a lot of money. And at the point too, we didn't have money. So even if we wanted to, we couldn't have. So we just got used to living life without it. So I'm not against, personally, I don't believe in birthday parties because of my belief. But I understand when Pastor Toby wants to throw a birthday party to network, to bring ballers together, to bring great minds together, to bring the caliber of people you will not be able to see in one spot together. I understand when Obi Kubana does that. I don't understand when you do it. Why are you doing it? You are a nurse. What are you networking? Are you inviting your patients? Explain to me why you, a nurse, are throwing a lavish party. I understand when an actress is throwing a party. I understand when an actor is throwing a party that they will still use the content, they will still monetize the content. Do you understand me? So how does it make sense to me? I'm just asking. It makes no sense. Even me, I can throw a party and monetize it, but the stress is so much that I don't care about the money that is going to come from it. I like things that are stressless. Now, if you are a real estate developer, if you are a business person and you need to gather your people together, do you know that right now, if I want to throw my 50th birthday decently, I can't spend less than 100 or 200 million. So I will carry 100 million naira now and go and throw party. Are there no watches they are selling for 100 million that I'll wear and be happy? What is the use of gathering people? You don't know the stress. You will sew cloth. You will sew another cloth. You will sew a third cloth. You will sew for your children. You will sew for your wife. Everybody has to be there. You have to be here. You have to be there. It's okay. Instead, that 100 million, give me 10 million. Let me use the tithe and take care of, and I will throw a party for all those street boys. That's what I'm planning to do for my 50th. Now me and those boys for my area, I go put tents. Nobody's allowed though. Now just me and street boys. Those street boys, they always hail me inside go slow. Those boys, they run after Burna Boy car. Now only them, they come my birthday party at 50. That's my plan. Just feed all of them, gather all of them together. I don't know how I'm going to do it, that I will manage that it will not turn into problem because I need good security. Now strictly by invite. We'll just choose one small venue, maybe field, one school field that we invite everybody. They will come, they will cook, they will play music, they will dance. Maybe I feed 200 people. And now go support me for them. Now wait, I want to do for my 50th with that. You understand? No family, nothing. Then me and my family go chop for the normal restaurant where me and them they go chop. But I'm not you will not see any big person there. I don't want any big person there. You understand? I'm just thinking of it. I might do it, I might not do it. You get me? Just feed the people, make them feel happy, celebrate the fact that they hail me and they appreciate me. I even owe them money. I don't promise them. Make I call the boy. I suppose don't give her money. Hello. Okay, my number be this. Okay, make I call him. So now go support me, we go do them. I should put up my account. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now that street boy I call. Let me mute TikTok. 100131732 I know say Henry now one of my sponsors already for that party. As Henry don't hear say I'm doing give back to the society. All of them go wear Daddy Freeze t-shirts. They go all day part of the planning committee. I don't know whether my wife will agree me because the number you're trying to call. Now one of the boys with this. Now them go party with me. In done day with babe, no problem. You know, I don't even know what to do to help them. I'm very passionate about those boys. Oh. Hey, I recorded a video with them today as I was driving. But the video get music, so yeah, that's it. I don't even forget. You know, my own life. I'm getting so forgetful these days. I'm just lost in this content creation world that I've gone to enter in old age. So, hey. So you can see, this is me. All those boys hailing me. Yeah. So, yeah. So all those boys, I don't know as one take Duan. We'll go sew t-shirts for all of them. We'll go rent field. We'll hire security. That's the only thing, because security has to be tight. So hopefully, maybe one or two. You they mad? Ahmed, Bahid, you go put your account. You know go better for you. Collect rapture. Go put your account. I don't come out here on your account. 100131732 Zenith Bank. 100131732 Zenith Bank. I don't go higher street because they go if they hear everybody go rush come there. So we go look for where. What of my wife? My wife go do there now. All of us go wear t-shirts. My wife was with me in the car. Yeah, I know I hardly go anywhere without her. I don't know if she showed though. Let me, I'll post the video tomorrow. Sure, you understand what I'm saying? So, who are the people asking me for my account? I don't mention my account now, and I don't send anything. When I just they ask me for account, I don't send the account now. So, personally, I don't believe in throwing parties to impress anybody. How far with the man that hit 60 million? I've not spoken to him. Thank you for that. Thank you for reminding me. I'll reach out to him, and I'll get back to you guys on that conversation. So back to getting married before 30. Here are my thoughts. As a man, you do not mature before 30. You might have money before 30, but you do not mature before 30 to the point where you can actually. My birthday is 6th of May. I'm turning 50, 6th of May next year. And you understand? I believe that you may have money from when you are 25, 26. In Normal Canada, you got married at 22. I would never advise a woman to get married at 22. Not my own children, never. My daughter is already 23. She be like that. She look like who won't marry. No, I don't even want to hear marriage until she's like 28, 29, 30. Now, if you mature quickly, you can do 26 for a girl. In today's world, you can do 26 if you mature quickly. Now, why don't I want you to be married One, a guy does not mature till he's about 33. At 33, a man's mind has settled down. At 29, 30, a woman's mind has settled down. There's no use getting into marriage and getting out of it. I'd rather you didn't do it than did it and you failed at it, or you messed your life up and ruined. You know, the fact that you pulled it off by the skin of your teeth is also not easy. Chichi Obama Day burial. Now, you need to understand why your parents got married early. And if you understand the reason, you will never get married early. A woman was basically not useful for more than procreation and running the home. By the time a woman man dares entertainment, he say weary. Did you think your father was going to be here? No, your father has run after your mother's boyfriend. He caught your mother's downfall driver boyfriend sleeping with her at the back of his downfall. So your father don't pursue and enter bush now. The two of them, they bush. If they find weary, now your papa, they find, you know, they here. No worry. You see, why did your grandmother get married at 20? Why did your grandmother get married at 16 or 17? Because there was no other use for your grandmother than to procreate and raise a family. The day you figure that out as a woman, you will stop marrying early. The day you can figure that out, that the reason why they married you off early, or why society encouraged early marriage, was no woman was getting an education. No woman was getting an education. Because can you be a graduate at 16 or 18? The use of you as a woman was to be inside somebody's house and produce children, 8 to 10 children, of which like 6 will buy. If you are very unlucky, all will buy and the 11th will survive. So the only reason why your grandmother's brain is wired to marry early is because there was nothing to her life. She was a glorified baby-making machine, like a layer's fowl that lays an egg a day so that the farmer can smile. That was all the use. And what they did, your grandparents and your great-grandparents, what they did was they trauma bonded and turn their trauma into a tradition. Look at somebody beside you and tell them, stop turning trauma into tradition. Some girls were married off at 14. I know someone whose mother was married off at 14 and had 14 children. The difference between her and her firstborn is 14 years or 15 years. My mom got married at 21. But at 21, my mother had finished her master's. But let me not lie to you. It stole 5 years of my mom's life. It's one of the reasons why my mom did not become a professor as early as some of her mates. Because she had to take 5 years to raise us. And if my mother had not married my father, who encouraged her to go to law school, because when my mother came to Nigeria, she could not speak English. She was speaking only Romanian. My father encouraged her to go to law school. So she went to law school and was able to manage and pass. And that's how my mother started teaching in university. What if my mother met a man that did not encourage her to work? What if my mother met a man that did not encourage her to work? And instead, He just kept her at home to be having babies. How many people can be as lucky as my mom? So a woman has no business getting married. Somebody sent from prayer meeting, somebody sent Daniela $100K for her birthday. We had prayer meeting today, and it was, Daniela always leads prayer meeting. So as a kind will gesture, somebody in prayer meeting sent her 100K. So she's asking me for her 100K. Let me send it to her. So if you as a woman are supporting that your children marry early, it means you are a fool. It means you did not read to understand why your mother married early and why they married you off early. It's because they had no other value for you apart from bearing children. That was your duty. Your mother and your grandmother were nothing but layers, hens that ended up becoming old layers. And not only did they become old layers, they became old, bitter layers. Women, 25 is too young. Women, minimum 27, minimum. You need to be established. You need to be mentally ready to deal with a man. You need to be able to live with a man. Do you know what it takes to live with a man? Do you know what it takes to live with a man? It's easy. People are spending weekend together. Dr. John Jay said medical angles. I disagree totally with any medical angle. I disagree. Are you a layer's hen? Is your what in this life to have children? If you don't have children, will you buy? Let's stop normalizing. Let's start normalizing certain things. The world is overpopulated as we speak now already. If you can have one child, you are good. Two child, you finish. Anyway, I like the way how hard this world is now. Nobody will think of having more than 2 children now. Nobody will think now, especially if you live in Nigeria and they tear you school fees. I get 2 children in university. One is about to start doing projects. You see the bill where they tear. You go on run enter river. Ah. 33 is not a bit late though. 40 is late. 30 is not late for a woman. 40. Baba. Baby Freeze in secondary school, his school fees is in millions. My daughter is in private uni studying biotechnology. Millions. Then the older one is studying cell biology and genetics. Millions too, even though it's federal uni. Ah. Baba, they know they teach anybody. Which, to say I be salary earner, how would I have coped? How would I have coped? And I don't want to be those kind of parents that we raise one children, then they like my oldest daughter now, we don't begin to pay school fees for one of the younger ones. I'm going to say free secondary school in the UK, wait till university. That's when you understand. And I've told my children, you are doing your first degree in Nigeria, I don't want to hear anything. I don't want you to come back 2 years later and come and go abroad and come back and tell me that you are no longer Ada now. You are now Adam. Or you are no longer Eve now. You are now Steve. I don't want to hear all those kind of things. It's okay, it's okay. None of my children is doing first degree abroad. Plus Baby Freeze, all of them. Someone say uni is student free, subject to student loan. Me, I love my children to take student loan. I love it. I say it all the time. I love it. I want them to understand what getting into debt is. And I want them to understand how navigating out of debt is. It's part of growing up. I don't butter my children. I can give them expensive gifts, but I will not butter your life up for you. That your life, you go and hustle it yourself. The way I hustled my own. I can get you a gift, an expensive gift. But I've said it. I've told my children, you want to go to an Ivy League university, get a scholarship. It's as simple as that. My father got a scholarship. He came from a disadvantaged family. He could get a scholarship. You come from an advantaged family. I should now be working hard and sweating to send you to school. When your brain is Yabatek brain, I should not carry Yabatek brain and send to Harvard. If your brain is Harvard, you'll be in Harvard. It's simple. If your brain is Harvard brain, you will be in Harvard. My lawyer's first daughter won a scholarship to Harvard. My lawyer's first daughter. The guy said, the story was he sent his son to the UK and the son was doing okay but not doing too well. So he told his daughter that, look, oh, there's no money to send you to the girl told her papa that, said, no worry. She brought full scholarship. The father had to sell some property and get ticket money, get accommodation money, and move her immediately. He had no choice. As in, she got a Harvard scholar. It was, I will not mention the name of the school because you know who the school is on the island, a girls' school. The girl got Harvard. The guy could not say anything. As in, that this is a daddy, shut up. You don't want me to go to school abroad. Don't worry, I will go to school abroad. You will not have to pay for it. Someone said, imagine having their first child at 34. Not healthy, but not wrong if they can have it earlier. Marrying late doesn't guarantee a successful marriage for everyone. Now, what married late guarantees is you are stable if you are kicked out of the marriage. That is what it guarantees. It doesn't guarantee a successful marriage, but it guarantees a successful survival after the marriage. It guarantees a healthy bounce back that early marriage cannot guarantee you. It's not about whether the marriage fails or not. It's whether you as a human being can stand the pressure of a failed marriage. So it's not about, no. I'm not talking about, you can marry at 40 and by 41 you are divorced. No. It has nothing to do with it. But by that 40, when you are divorced, you are not going back to your parents' house as a woman. So it has nothing to do with whether the marriage, no. You can marry at 34 and before you are 35, you're already divorced. But at 34, where was I in my career? At 34, I was already driving Range Rover. I was stable. By 34, I'd already bought, in my life, I'd already counted my money and bought 2 brand new cars. Brand new. I was stable. I was stable. My divorce happened in 20. My divorce had been going on. But you see, when my ex left, it's not like I had money. You understand? It's not like I had money. But my career was already somewhere where there was stability. At least some level of stability. As somebody who had worked with many brands, as somebody who had worked with Cool FM, even if Cool FM sacked me, I had at least had something to take to the next job. I had a brand new car I could sell and go into business. I had at 22, at 25, sorry, when I got married, all I had was the car I used in university, one red 405. That I brought some money and my mother added 90% of the money to go and get me the car. So by 25, I had nothing. I was just building. And let me tell you, it is not fun building with a woman when you are not mature. My ex-wife will tell you that she stayed with me. And yes, she stayed with me. But now me know the talk where she they give me for back. I can never forget one day, I bought 300 naira air freshener and put inside my car. That time my car had one tire that was bent like this. So when I'm descending into Dolphin Estate, the yash go rub ground. And my ex looked at me and said, ah, you don't go buy air freshener. I said, yeah. I said, why? She said, Entoba Jeon Kanu don't air freshener. Say a person will chop belly full, now they buy air freshener. How do you say that to a man? And how do you expect that man to ever value you? You just think there is a woman loose talking. Baba, those were the loose talk I never forgive. Now, if I was much older and taste bud said something like that, I'll be able to look at taste buds and say, okay, this is a very nonsense talk. But she has in many ways compensated me for that talk. But then I was just like, ah, now me you talk to like this, me too, I go use word to take it to. I go tell you something will go pain you. Someone said, but the ex is not wrong now. You are a man. It's not wrong, but is it everything you say? You see, you can say things to a woman and to get you. You can say things to a man and the man will never forgive you. The man will never forgive you. And I never forgive. I can remember it. I can remember where we were when she said that thing to me. That Dolphin Estate, we're driving out of Dolphin. You know, when you come out of Dolphin, you go down and turn. And then you come out. That was where on that road. When she said that thing to me, and I was like, ah. You understand what I'm saying? I don't blame her for it. She was a kid. She was 23. I was 26. What did she know? What did I know? But I never forgave her for it. And it's not until I turned 40 that I realized that. Me too, I said things to her that she can never forgive me too. All those things. There's nothing I've ever said to taste buds that she can hold and say, you said this to me, I'll never forgive you. Because I'm more careful with my words. I'm more careful with my words. That came from a place of maturity. At 18, at 25, you offend me, I offend you back, New. We would both be offending ourselves. I also said a lot of nonsense. You understand? She will remember. I can't remember the things I said. Now she go remember. But I can remember what she said to me. And I can remember that I never forgive it. So why did I have to be in a union at that age? I remember one day sitting down and pouring my heart out to my ex. You know, I realized at a very young age that I shouldn't talk to my ex about certain things. And that's what, you see, forget all the beating and the fighting and all those things. Not be waiting spoil the marriage. The waiting spoil the marriage, say I don't trust you, I don't fit talk to you. Forget say you they catch me with babe. Baba, you catch me with babe, I catch you with man. We go forgive ourselves. What broke that relationship was I could not trust her and she could not trust me. I could not trust her with things, so I couldn't say it in front of her. And that's what caused the rift. That's what caused the rift. I'll give you an example. There was one day I came to Lagos when I was 25. Imagine a 25-year-old boy into the land of kittens and cats, into the land of bobbies in all shapes and sizes. I was fair, I was mixed race. My ex used to tell me I was not fine. All the other girls in my life said otherwise. And that was part of why I fell into the arms of, because the girls found me attractive. I'm like, oh, you like me? I look good. You think I look good? Okay. You understand what I'm saying? So I sampled A lot of I lost control. You don't know what it is to be a kid in a candy shop. How easy is it? I was a kid and I wasn't even married then. It was like 6 months later or a year later that I married. I was a kid in a candy shop. Lagos girls, and they saw me as small boy, we fine. Ha. They donate quick, give me. I don't ask anybody. Now donation of quick. Oh yeah, carry, you want? As in girls that I used to read about, you know, all these actresses, all those things that I used to read about in magazine in Ibadan. I'm now talking to them one-on-one. They are not even throwing to me, as in at them they throw, give me. I could not believe it. I was a kid. I effed up. I was in a candy shop. And it took me a while to calm down in that candy shop and say, okay, you know what? All right, you've had enough candy. You're going to get dysentery now. So, after that, I shall manage and stabilize my life, got married. Now, I was staying with my cousins, and I was not yet married now. Well, I was supposed to be married, getting married, but I wasn't yet married. And there were some girls that I was chasing, and there were some girls that were chasing me. And my cousin used to hear my talk. I used to go and tell my ex. I said, that one weak me. You know, sometimes enemy better pass family. As in, my cousins go tell my ex, say, now waiting you do when he did our house with this. I could not believe it. But so well and good. Hope they're all happily married now in their husbands' homes. Shots fired. I don't care. But like I said, at that point in my life, I was very young, and I give that excuse, and that's why I think most men would do that same thing. So one day, many years later, when I had calmed down, I don't think my ex ever believed that I calmed down, and yeah, once in a while, they were still throwing to me. It's about age, oh. It's about age. Trust me. The way I can resist women now, I could not resist women when I was in my 20s. Forget it. I could not. The way that, at least I can to a very large extent, and I just make sure I carry my wife as handbag anywhere I go, is by choice. I cannot allow myself to be tempted. They say David was a man after God's heart, and he was tempted. Solomon was the strongest man. Samson was the strongest man in the world, and he was tempted. Solomon was the wisest man in the world, and he was tempted. Who am I? Little me. Did they mention my name in the Bible? Did they say Daddy Free is a man after God's heart? Who am I not to be tempted? So what I just do is I just make sure that I have a beautiful wife, and I make sure I carry my beautiful wife. I don't carry my beautiful wife everywhere I go. That way, there's no opportunity. And also, even if I decide to go on a quick holiday, I can't go on a holiday without my wife. Even if I can get somewhere quickly, it doesn't mean I'm going to cheat on my wife. It's not easy, don't get me wrong. I'm not a saint, but I try very hard. I work at it. I grind at it. Because I also don't want my marriage to fail. So, there was one day I sat down with my ex and her friend, and I just, like a little kid, just aired out my thoughts that, when I came to this Lagos, so I was carried away. And then, that's why I always say this, your wife's friends are more dangerous than the most dangerous people on earth. forget your enemies and focus on your wife's friends. That girl, I can never forget that girl. She was the most toxic. As in, when we moved into Dolphin Estate, one woman that was selling provisions warned my ex about that particular woman. Said, this girl is a bad girl, avoid. My ex went to tell her that the woman went to fight that woman. So since then, I never forgot. So my ex was there, and this girl was there. And I said that, and my ex's friend got upset and left. I'm wondering, why are you upset? Am I marrying you? Am I dating you? You understand? What is my business with you that you are upset? And then my ex said, do you know how beautiful? He was telling my ex-friend was telling her, do you know how beautiful you were? That this guy is now talking this kind of nonsense. I don't know what it is that they said. That for me, at that point, first of all, I should never have said those things I said. But I said it out of innocence that, look, this what happened, this what happened, this what happened. The way they handled it, I never said anything. I didn't have any secret with them again. They not get my secret for hand again. Husband's friends too. Women, be careful with your husband's friend. Be very careful with your husband's friends. Be very careful with you see, your spouse should be your best friend. Your spouse should be your best friend. My best friend, and I'm not going to mention his name, knows that if he's talking to me, it is on speaker and my wife is there. And sometimes I'm talking to him, he's on speaker and his wife is there. The other day I was talking to him and I was cursing. I say, hey, my wife is here. I said, this one should even hear the curse because this person is a fool. Because I was angry with one of our other friends. Someone said my ex was very beautiful. She looked calm. She was beautiful, but don't standard those days. It was beautiful. When I came to Lagos, now I see beauty. You understand? She was okay. I wouldn't say beautiful. I would say okay. You understand? I would say okay. I didn't realize it. I thought she was very beautiful when we were in Ibadan. Now when I reached Lagos, I said, these are the kind of women we have here. And taste buds is a complete package. Taste buds is taller, curvier, you know. And taste buds get front and back. Dr. Chai said that the free is F you. F your father, your mother, and all your unborn children. F your korokmo. F your mama ovaries. F your papa korokmo. It no go better for you. Oh, ni shoriri. Oh, doloma kusi olori buruku. So fẹ́ kí ma gbé ṣe pé lọ ni. The mouth where they used to take bless, if I use and curse you, wamarare to ma fi ku ni olori buruku. Don't ever come to this my life again. No. I know well like that too much. Oh. How person go come my life say F in papa koro mo and in mama koro omu. Kó tó máa rìn lórí ìgànná bí agínítí tí máa rí ẹ lórí live mi wò èpè tí máa gbé ẹṣẹ́ wò ọmọ rà kúrò lórí òfurufú. No, I no go block am. I make it talk another one. I go use. Baba, I fit dedicate 1 hour to curse person. It comes naturally for me. I grew up in the hood. Talk again, make I carry your mama, your papa, shake me. I don't want rapture am. I want make it hear word. Wagboro. Eleribu. Ìyá àti bàbá máa so pákú ni. Please, somebody that wants to join and talk. Some people said, hey, Mojid, let me hear Mojid. I'm a pastor, but if you look for my trouble, I go curse you. How do you come to my life? As in, you understand?
All right.
Brother, how you doing?
How now?
Very good, thank you. Oh yeah, go ahead.
You know, go forward that the freeze went down. Oh, my bad.
Ashire ni ah.
I be your fan from day one.
Wọ́n wá wàhálà wa, wọ́n bí ya wọn.
Where are they? We had the wave that time when we talk.
Oh yeah.
So, ẹ má bínú ọmọ tó sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn.
ọmọ táwọn òbí ẹ̀ ti pàdánù ọmọ.
Àwọn èèyàn yín náà ni ẹ dáríjì ẹjọ́.
Ọmọ tó yẹ kán gbé sin.
Okay, sorry, I said that the free shouldn't be angry with that person, that everyone, they are all his fan, that, should calm down. So, Daddy Freeze, Baba, about this discussion about marrying before 30, one thing I want us to talk about is humans are very complex. Humans are very complex. There are a lot of things that influence maturity in people. Age apart, the environment and their upbringing apart. Look, let's talk about statistics here. If you look at Nigerian average age of bachelor's degree, bachelor's graduation, like you go to school, if you have to strike, everything, okay, by 26, if you don't graduate, by 24, 25, if you don't graduate. If you know go school, it means, say, if you go secondary school, then you go learn work, go something. By 22, 23, you've done already start something. Then, if you are fortunate, if you are lucky to come to be raised by supportive family or something like that, it means that your sense of maturity, your sense of understanding what responsibility is could come very, very earlier, before 30. Whereas, if you grow up in an environment where responsibility is nothing to talk about, where there is no sense of belonging, where there is no community values, you could be 35, 30, and you still won't mature. You still won't be responsible. Then it shows that that implies that to some people, the maturity will come very earlier, the responsibility will come very earlier. Then, to some other people, the responsibility, the maturity will come very late. Whereas some people, you still see them at 45, they will never be mature, both men and women. You will see some marriage people, like you, that you are even 27, 28. You will hear some conversation, the way some men, the reason they are woman in marriage. Okay, we've got some people that in this same life, we've seen some men that will intentionally hold their women back. Say, my woman was about to be nominated for minister of something. This is people in their 50, in their 40. Say, because of that, I won't let her. They are in the same marriage, and yet they won't want that progress to happen. So, when we say maturity, environment play a crucial role. It's not really all about age. So, because of that, if you are responsible, raised in a supportive environment, understand the meaning of responsibility, and as a man, maturity and discipline is something you get to develop ongoing forever. It won't stop. Okay? So because of that, waiting till 30 before you marry doesn't guarantee everlasting marriage. I might use myself as an example. Look, what I mean is that in this life, Baba, from Nigeria, I'm also from Ibadan, street, Yemetu.
Yemetu Aladorin.
Yemetu Aladara. So make I tell you something. From Yemetu, Ozu carry me go Dubai.
Láti Yemetu.
Láti Yemetu.
You know Aremo? My own Aremo Church, Olokun.
Aremo Church,
St. Peter's. At the top of the hill.
Now,
after Odeaje. Oje. Ọ̀rànyàn.
So now, sorry, you Ibadan, when we see ourselves with the connect, no base. So now, from Yemen to also carry me go UAE. UAE, when you dare UAE as a Nigerian guy, educated, and you work in the social system, are in a professional setting, it means that you'll be exposed to a lot of unlimited from all range of diverse background. We get Kenya, we get Somalia, we get everyone.
Man doom.
Everything day. Now from there, also carry someone come Australia. It's so that as time goes in, environments are changing. Okay? But it's now on you as a man to be disciplined to know what you want and to package yourself so that you protect what really, really important to you. You won't learn to be disciplined at once. Discipline is an ongoing. Even if when you are in a relationship, you are in a marriage as a man. If you are not disciplined, if you don't know the importance of that marriage to you, you will overdo and it will come to light in your marriage. And at the end of the day, the marriage will crumble if you don't have a forgiving partner. So, based on my own experience, based on what I've seen around, I don't believe is waiting till late we guarantee a successful marriage, or we guarantee stability if eventuality of divorce happens. So that is my take. So like you see, if you've been with a lot of people in their 37, 35, if you see how marriage things are to them, like they don't have enough social skills. Some of them don't really understand women, and you have women too who are vulnerable and they don't put enough effort to develop that connection with their men to make the relationship works. Okay, we have some. I said something the other day in the comment section that women are enemy of women. Women are enemy of women in a relationship. Immediately you are in a marriage, you need to work things out with your husband. Your husband should be happiness within you. And every other person, your sister, your family, your friend, they are third party. But as a man, it takes effort, it takes sense, it takes skills to make woman it takes sense, it takes a lot of effort, commitment, and a lot of time to make women see you as someone they can rely on. We have some men, even me dating alone in the UAE, like they're like, if I talk to you, you will want to talk to me because I will look at the value you have. I will see how you can move on with your life and you can develop your own skill and you can be independent. That impact, a lot of men don't bring those impacts to table. We have people that just come around that think marriage, you work hard. If you do that, you build it together, you celebrate yourself every now and then, you plan together, come on, your relationship will be successful. It doesn't look much more better than that. Upskilling. Like you have a wife, this is your handwork, this is what you learn. Okay, if this is what you learn, okay, we can do this, we can have this. Okay, this is your certificate, this is what you're doing. Okay, what if you learn this and you are able to support? Then everyone will be on par. Then you will end up having a successful marriage. Okay, and again, another thing that men should work on when it comes to relationship is that social pressure. We are in the era of relationship that the freeze. When I was in the UAE, I'm sorry, I mean no disrespect to all our social life. I see a lot of things from our Nigerian social life in UAE. A lot of things come to light because I live in Sharjah. A lot of women that Nigerian women see as role model, they are not really worthy of being role model. I'm sorry to say. When I was in Sharjah, now that if you know there, you will see a lot of these women, these our social lives in Nigeria, especially ladies, that we talk about relationship on here, that we talk about that most Nigerian women see a role model. By the time I see them doing in Sharjah, I swear, bro, they are not worthy. They are not worthy. So if you now imagine you are picking a wife from that same environment where those people are the social engineering and influencer. Then, as a man, if you are not mature, if you are not, regardless of your age, if you don't understand this thing, it will be difficult to navigate your wife out of that. So you understand? I don't want to give example, okay, but I will just give you a literal example, okay? Okay, there are three. They have thousands of followers. All of them are verified. I was in another Sharjah. If you are in, okay, I don't want to be details, Baba. I was in another. These people came down, holiday, Dubai tour, blah 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 blah, and they brought three of them to my floor. The person will bring them from my floor, brought them from Dera, Gosu. Say, yeah, they are there. And in our group chat, they were passing message that, this one never see person carry we say you could carry this one. This is the person we've been looking on social media, like, oh, wow. No, I know. A lot of, it's deeper than that, okay? So, because we are on live, let's leave that. What I meant is that those people, those socialites and influencer that Nigerian women mostly, even the educated ones, see as role model. As a man, if you are picking someone in the same society, you've got a lot of things to do to let them see the reality of life. That this whatever they say online, whatever life they portray to you, that is not the real life. Like, this is what real life should be. If you work on that, then your women will be contented. Your women will know that they do not necessarily have to respond to social pressure. We talk about people doing celebration, birthday, flash car, something like that. A lot of things like that. Phone, buying new phone, gadgets, becoming luxury. If you work, if you celebrate yourself ongoing, those things, bro, will never come as a surprise to you. Will never come as a luxury to you. So if you see anyone flaunting in online, you'll be like, oh, I'm working. If I need this, I will save this amount of money and I will get it. Okay? So that is how marriage works. It's not about age. It's an ongoing effort, commitment, reassurance of we are together, we are a team. This is what we want to do. This is what we want to be. And don't be lazy as a man. That is another angle. Don't be lazy. Don't eat with all your finger. Okay? Don't eat with all your finger. If you are in a relationship, you have responsibility. You have to cater for the family. And you have to balance that. So double yours. So if you can do that and you are disciplined, and as a man, you are let go, because it go come, Bobs go come. Okay? But as Omolopolo, how you want to take that need this. So if you can do that, then you will be happy. You will be successful. You will.
I want somebody before me. I talk. I want to make another person come talk.
Okay.
But I'm not seeing anybody I can invite. Who wants to come? J. Lu, Oshe. Kerry, Captain Mo. I hope you are in the country now. We're talking about how the best age to get married. For Lighton Coca, I invited you, didn't come. Betty Ola. They said there was one Elvis that wanted to come. All right, so I've sent out some invites. Please get me on. Kerry, Oshe.
Yes.
J-Lo. Oh yeah, over to you. I want make una they talk. Are they here? They hear una.
What's the conversation? Wait, let me even read. Married before the I don't know.
Yeah, the conversation is that Daddy Freeze and DF said being late in age to marry prepare people for stability if breakup happens, and he said it ensured that people have matured enough before going into relationship. So me, I talked about age doesn't have to do with that. The environment can influence the age when people really get mature. So that is my stake. That was what we're talking about.
I feel people should get to. I don't know. Yeah, you can be matured before 30. But there are a lot of people that are not matured before 30.
Most people will not be matured before 30.
Before 30, yeah. So based off of that, I think marriage after 30 for me is okay. That's my thoughts, dear.
Why?
By 30, because most people are not matured before 30. But by 30, hopefully, for a girl child, you should be matured enough to get married at 30. But for a guy, I'll even still advise go for that. Enter 35.
Exactly what I said.
I'm going like that.
35.
Exactly my thoughts.
I have two younger brothers. They are both 30. They're not like people. Like, I can't even advise them to get married now. They've not even stabilized. They're not by themselves, you know. They're still depending on me, like a parent. And how would they now cater for their wife and children? If I allow them to marry down, all of those responsibilities to pack it on me. Their wife and their children, all that me now.
Now you go turn to their mama.
Yeah. And a lot, I'm not saying that every man or every woman that is not up to 30 or 35 isn't matured or isn't stable already. But most of them
are not.
Women and men are not. Not. But if you're stable, you're ready, you're mature, you can get married before 30 or before 35. If you allow them to go get married, I swear. Responsibility for
Daddy Freeze.
Yes, brother.
What is standing out right here is that people are mistaking financial responsibility as maturity, and I've clarified that. Look, and I would just comment about something that is constantly popping up in the comment, that marriage in the abroad is different from marriage in Nigeria. Look, in Nigeria, like I said,
see, let me tell you something here. My argument for a woman marrying at 30 is not that she's emotionally mature. Some people will never mature emotionally. No matter what you want, they will never mature emotionally. But at least she'll be financially stable on her own should the marriage fail. Kerry here is a divorcee. Abi Kerry, I can talk a bit, Abi. I can't. Okay, no.
People don't know that it's free.
You see, Kerry, when you divorced, why didn't you go back to your parents' house?
I was okay.
Because you were stable. Kerry has 2 masters and a PhD. Then they call her Kerry Kate. Everybody thinks she's a mumu girl. She has a PhD. She was best graduating student in her 2nd master's in the UK. No man can show her she gay. You see, listen, the only shege man can show her is he will break her heart. He cannot break her bank. Why I'm advocating for 30 is not because a 35-year-old woman's heart cannot be broken, but at 35, her bank cannot be broken. Even if you take, when Tastebud left her first marriage, the ex follow and drag land. You never see ex before for this life. Different ex where mumu by different mumu ex na grade by grade. He dragged everything with him, but because she was already established, all she needed to do was rebuild. All she needed to do was rebuild. I never see that kind of ex before for my life. At least when my ex-wife, they come out from my house, she carry family come, we share our load. Okay, this now your own, this now. As a sote, I buy dining table, she buy chair. She carry her chair, leave table, give me. Baba, everybody carrying load. Taste buds was not able to carry a spoon. And they talk and say, men mumu na grade by grade. You go see the one where mumu pass you, where get professor of mumu. But what happened was she was stable enough to start building again. You can't do it at 23 because you are still dealing with your broken heart. You are still dealing with your emotions, and then you not gonna get money. You are messed up. You see, when you enter a bad marriage, most women cannot leave bad marriage because they have nothing. Imagine this Kate today with 2 masters and PhD. Imagine this Kate today. She marry me now. I can't slap her one day. She can't find out, say, I dey sleep with her cousin. She go just cry. The people who hire her for work will not sack her. Do you understand? The people that hired her will not sack her. Her life is not dependent on me. At the level where you have reached a PhD in life, it means you can defend your own thesis.
Comfortably.
Finish. So the essence is not that people don't fail. The essence is if you fail, can you pick up again? Some of our mothers never divorced men they should never have married because there was nowhere they could go. Show your mama when no finish school sat. When they marry, as they marry and they don't give them back to back 7 children, 3 years in between. Before she sit down like this, they don't give her another belly. Before she sit down like this, they don't give her another belly. She will, at best, she will go to adult education and do OND. She can never be at the top of her career. You see, I say this all the time. Our grandmothers and great-grandmothers married because the only use there was for women was they were like layers fowl. They lay egg. Finish. And when they are done, they become old layers. That's what women were used for in that generation.
I will respond.
That is what was your grandmother's use? Now, when she born, and if she not born boy, she useless. And she has to, all women have to have a hair and a spare. All women, according to tradition, have to have a hair, a first son, an okpala, and a spare, just in case anything do okpala, the second son day. Shall you get with you at the talk?
I understand that the freeze, but we are still missing responsibility with maturity, and I will clarify that again and again.
No. I want you to understand. Sorry, I had to quickly attend to something. I want you to understand what I'm talking about. This is very, very important. There was no use for a woman 50 years ago, 40 years ago, except giving birth to children. What was the use? Tell me, what was your grandmother's use? How many schools your grandmother go? There was a time, as far back as 40 years ago, they were not sending women to school.
Yeah.
They were not educating women. It's that bad. So what if you are not educated? You go learn how to at least J-Lo, you speak Yoruba now. You know what it means to tate? You they say provision.
Yeah. Street provision.
Street provision. How long does it take you to sell street provision? Enough it take you 3 years. So you finish secondary school, you drop out of secondary school at 13. By 16, there's nothing you are learning again. You go say palm you go just say something menial, something by the side. So, okay, so do you want to be selling that thing for 10 years from 16 to 26? By the time you don't enter 18, 19, now how they go find you push inside husband house? Now it be the next stage. So if you are allowing your grandmother or your great-grandmother to tell you that it is okay for you to marry at 22, it's because after your grandmother, if that your grandmother is a professor, answer her. At best, they had OND. That's the one way even manage goes to the average grandmother was uneducated. As in secondary school, now they finish. Maybe they go teacher training or they go one or two small. My mother was unusual. My mother by 21 had her master's in law. So even though she took 5 years to have children, she took a 5-year break. She was still able to pick up because she already had her master's. And while she was on that break, she was going to law school. Not many women can survive it and come out of it. Somebody say most of our grandmother na yalate, we they call them, selling wosi in front of the house. Finish. Same thing with my grandmother. How many of them took that business to the next level, to the point where they own their own franchise or enterprise?
And most of them raised the children themselves, even though they had husbands.
Yes.
Most women
Because see,
raised
what they say is
children
shoti da
themselves.
loko. Set her up in business. Shoti da loko. So
That the truth, but we still have women who got married before 30 and they are still doing well.
Yeah, example is my own wife.
Now, compare. Now, the thing is, I don't care if you are doing well or not. Are you strong enough if the man should leave you? Are you strong enough to stand on your own? Do you understand what I'm telling you? That is the worry. Are you strong enough? Because you see, he get the way man they cheat woman. We no get anything.
That is the concern there. That is a what
Yeah,
you
but it's
as
not the age. It's not the age that determines if the woman is strong or financially capable enough to deal with,
skills.
with that in case of any divorce.
Why am I saying age is important? Why am I saying age is important?
We'll be able to navigate
J-Lo. Why am I saying age is important? At 23, what do you have? Tell me, at 23, what do you have? What can you have at 23? Finish. Some people, my daughter is 24. She's doing NYSC. She never served. Sorry, she's 23. She's doing NYSC. So what does she have? If she goes into a husband's house, what is she going there with? If she broke, she will call me, say she broke. She's just beginning to build her career. She's at a stage where we are still supporting her. She's going to get her big break, but she has not gotten there yet. She's hustling, she's struggling, she's trying to make things work.
You go to your husband's house, you become a liability.
Thank you.
Because you have nothing.
And that's where, let me tell you, when a man is buying you pant and bra and pad, that is when you know that the man's mouth is not good. You see, the usefulness of a man is let him buy you hair. The usefulness of a man is let him buy you Hermes bag.
If your man is unkind at that stage.
Do you understand? But once a man don't they buy you panty liner, just know say problem go day. You cannot cook until you call your husband. As I dey like this, the money where I dey owe my wife, e plenty. Now me dey owe her money. Because once we enter market, my card no go. I say, babe, can I use your card? 80k, brah. 50k, brah. The last one she piled up for me was like 700,000. I begin shout, ha, 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 ha. And she account everything, say this. Imagine she no fit borrow me the money. Say I go somewhere, I pay something with my card. My card no work.
Your card cannot
Finish. We return everything back to the chef and go home. How I want to take respect them. No matter how much I love her, sometimes you'll just be annoying. Darling, I've been calling, you've not been picking up 20 missed calls. What happened? There is no salt. I need to buy salt. As in, You cannot buy salt without me. Then I have to give you allowance every month. See, even if a woman wants to sit at home as a sit-at-home mom, let your husband meet you. Let him price that thing and say, okay, my wife was earning $100,000 a year. I'm going to tell her to sit at home and I'll pay her $150,000 a year. But you where they earn $20,000 a year, by the time they give you 25, nobody go say the man no try. Someone say, but in USA, 18 is independent. How independent is 18-year-old mentally, financially, and psychologically to the point where if a husband abandons her, she can take care of herself and her child? It's an illusion.
Most of them
She will that 18 that is independent, she will spend the rest of her life flipping burgers.
Yeah.
Listen, everybody, they do security work when they travel. But if 5 years after you travel, you are still doing baba ode, you know, say, some of you are abroad, now baba ode una be. When they do baba ode. You don't know which they talk.
Bros, this is your cap where you wear.
No, ya bros. So. Wọ́n ní téèyàn bá ṣe bàbá ọdẹ títí á di bàbá ọdẹ. Make una hear this yarn where I want yarn. Wọ́n ní tọkùnrin bá ṣe bàbá ọdẹ títí. Make una hear this Yoruba. Make you hear this Yoruba. Tí ọkùnrin bá ṣe bàbá ọdẹ títí á di bàbá ọdẹ. Tí ọkùnrin bá ṣe bàbá ọdẹ títí á di bàbá ọdẹ. So if you dey do baba ode work, as in you be baba ode, you leave Nigeria where they do okay as bank work. You enter Yankee, you can't do baba ode, no problem. No, let that baba ode meet you 5 years, meet you there, because you don't turn baba ode now. Everybody can wash, you can fall for, you can do anything to blend into the system, but just make sure say you are entering the system. Now when 5 years later you still dey flip burger. Listen, an 18-year-old that gets married in the USA because she's 18 and can marry, oh my she ya there. Oh, them are the order. What is so funny? Oh?
That the priest.
Mm?
Let me still go back on that. Yeah, age. You know, when I was talking about it, I talk about environmental influence, maturity, and responsibility. Look, in Nigeria context, we know that 23, 24, 25, 26, a lot of women are still like sorting their way out, trying to have this life, trying to understand themselves. Yeah, it becomes problem if they marry an unkind man. Okay? Now, we are not saying that a woman who is looking to do that, you are going there without absolutely any excuse. Like, what do you want to do to yourself? And do you have this conversation with your husband or the person you intend to marry? That is why, look, if you are a lady of 24, 25, 26, and you want to marry, it's not wrong, but not all men are married for marriage at that particular time. Look, there is growth. Marriage, okay, the fact that you marry someone at 30, if you marry someone at age 30, and if you are a man that hold yourself to high standard, you can still look into the life of that person and see one or two things that they can improve in their life, in their professional life, or something they can do more different from what they are bringing that can like set them up more for your own family, the purpose of your own union. Okay, but we've got some men, even at their 35, they are not even challenging themselves. How are you now hoping to be prosperous when you go into marriage with such person? So it's all not always entirely about age. Individual perspective, the way we see maturity, the way we see this marriage of a team. You marry someone doesn't mean stagnancy about your life. That is in 40 years ago, not now. Okay, we are living in a diverse society now. where people are global, people want to move around. I married while in Nigeria. I moved to the UAE with my wife. My wife later joined me.
Yeah, UAE?
No, I'm in Australia.
Okay.
Australia.
Yeah, I would have wondered that.
Australia is one of the best places in this world.
UAE
is the best place.
Baba, forget Canada, forget USA, forget UK. Australia is the best place in this world.
Daddy Freeze, that conversation is on another.
Why so?
We tell your people.
Ah.
Daddy Freeze, pack my bag, they go there now.
Daddy Freeze, we told your people to come to Australia but they are lazy. I'm sorry to say, they want something quick visa. So we say we don't. That is conversation for another day. Okay. Your life change. Your life change instantly.
So
you moved to
Australia. So you moved to Australia from UAE.
UAE.
Now, my visa came when I was in UAE, but it has nothing to do with UAE. I was in Nigeria processing my visa. You don't have to travel as a Nigerian. In fact, you have higher chance of moving from Nigeria than anywhere in the world. Travel history, blah blah, that is BS, bro. Sit in Nigeria, be determined, know the updates. You don't have to pay anyone. If you are intelligent, if you can read, you can write, you know computer, and you are a graduate, you have skill. Try it. But be patient. So that is conversation.
I want to add, this age 30 years that the Freeze mentioned, are we talking for both genders, or we are particularly on women for that age that the Freeze?
Both.
So
yes.
Both. So that is why, if you are a woman, you are going into a relationship. Who are you going into a relationship with? And you are in a marriage, it doesn't mean your life is stagnant. Okay? There are some men that will still allow growth, that will still support you to grow, that will still support you to like reach what you want. I had this CV for my wife, enroll course, we support each other, we look at things together, we review stuff together. Those are the skills you need to survive, because if you are someone that wants to grow back, you husband alone, you can't do the hustle alone. Your wife also must take part of that. Yeah. And we know what we are working for. Like me, it's already certain the way I build my life is that everything I own is for my wife and kids. The only thing that is mine,
better man.
The only thing that is mine is my own health. Forget. My wife, are you okay? You are okay. It's okay. Like, work together as a team, allow growth.
That's why couples in abroad, they're not doing well. They stand to lose a lot, or slow down. They are very slow compared to
what is it? But if you are someone that build your own marriage on mutual understanding of shared growth, like this is we together, this is what we want to be. It's very rare. We know such a relationship probably is scarce, but it's possible. People are doing it. People are happy. We see role model that show us, and we follow, and we also build. So you going into marriage at 25, 26, think about your man, your potential husband. Is he also ready for that? What are we going to do together? What are we building together? Okay? Am I just going to be married like this is what I have, I will just sit? Some men are like that, regardless of their age. They are not challenging themselves. If you go, even if you have PhD at 26, you marry such a people, your life will go down. Regardless of when
either as a woman or as a man. Sure.
Yeah, your life will go down. So I said, as a man, as a woman, think about your life now. Think about the kind of kids you are raising. Build values, build skills. Let them understand, let them see those things, so that when they see their potential suitor, they realize 40, 50 years ago, that was when Nigeria was so good. Like, you can survive on basic stuff. There is no social pressure. But now, are they in the last 20? There is limits to whatever anyone can achieve. We've seen a relationship where woman is the major earner of that family. If they started their relationship on mutual shared knowledge, there won't be any lapses. There won't be any lapses. But if you don't develop a man, you are not developing your woman full potential, you are losing. You are
But
losing.
I want you to also understand that because of this social pressure and other things that is happening now,
Yeah.
it's very, very difficult to see real people like the way they are. Most of them just flaunt what they don't have. So at first, it's like a flash. It just comes like, oh, you think this guy or this girl has everything. You don't know that it's just um, like Versace, like there's nothing in this
Nothing.
person. Until when you are in the real situation, you now know the kind of person you're actually married to. So that is the problem we are facing now. You are lucky to have the right partner, probably because then maybe the pressure wasn't that much. But what's happening now? With what you see people living fake life, they fake everything. So it's actually very, 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 except you are very intentional. And that is why I will go down to that 30. So you don't rush into that flashy thing, and then until when you are actually in the real reality of it, that's when you know that, oh my God, I think I've just made the biggest mistake of my life. So it's quite difficult now, the way the economy is and the way the world is going on. Everybody is just flashing what they don't have. So everybody's living fake.
I said something earlier before you came on that most people that put pressure on people, they are, look, as you or her, as everyone her, those people that are putting social pressure on people that people are seeing as role model, I do tell a lot of people that look who you are admiring. You are better than them in some aspect. It's just because you don't know their real life. I was in the UAE. I saw a lot. I saw a lot of what this our celebrity stuff comes around, and I would call my wife and say, "Look, you watched this person movie the other day. Look at this. Look at that. Look at this. Look at that." As a family, even if you are dating, have conversation before marriage. Understand the way you see things. Another thing that people make mistake on is spirituality. That's the big conversation. Your life should be practical.
Which is number one.
Practical life. If you are dating someone, if I'm dating someone as you see me, immediately you mention, let's go pastor or imam to pray for it. Honestly, you'll never hear from me again.
Ever.
That is me.
Wàhálà fẹ́ bẹ́lẹ̀ nìyẹn.
If I'm dating you and you say, I need to pray or let's go to our pastor, say I should bring my boyfriend so that we know they can bless us. I will say, okay, and I block you. Bye. Ever. You never see me again. I can't date someone that can be manipulative. That will be a problem for me. I'm a practical person. I pray my prayer. I pray my prayer. But if you don't have your own, if your heart is subject to faith or spiritual manipulation, bro, you have a long way to go. That's
a long way to go.
Red flag for me. So that is
me now, and that's how we are all.
Look,
now.
Yes, so
I
you can't come and cajole me and say, oh,
I realize. Look, I realized this when I was 16, 17. That life, my father, life should be practical, very hardworking, hustler. You do this, you plan for future, not as educated as myself, but plan everything. So if I'm dating someone, then I see those signs, I know that no, this is not what I want. And luckily for me, I married someone that we have that share understanding of this. And again, there is time for growth again. As a man and woman, you won't meet someone today and say we are marrying tomorrow. That is not possible.
No.
There is time for blending. You understand it. That will give you time to know that there is dating period, 2-3 years. That gives you time to see how this person will support you to grow, to reach your full potential. I will say this point again. If it's a married man, both Nigeria or abroad, you are not supporting your wife full potential. You are not opening their eye to opportunities they could. You are losing a part of yourself. You are the one losing here. 24 hours will come and go, right? What are you doing to motivate them? Sometimes it can be mental support. Your wife can come around, I don't think I will go back to that job and blah, 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 blah. But the way you continue that conversation, the way you make them feel calm about it, the way you are ready to support, go a long way to wake them up the next day and want to try the next course. You understand? So if you can do that
and it also
successfully,
it's vice versa too. This is not
it's
about
vice
the
versa
man
too,
doing to
yeah.
the woman. The woman too, we have a lot of role to play in marriage,
Exactly.
in motivating. In fact, to be honest, if you are relocating or you have relocated to abroad as couple and you are not giving yourself that support, I tell you, it will be like, in fact,
It will be
rather you
difficult.
guys just stay behind. Just rather stay in
Yes.
Nigeria than say you want to move
Than
and
going.
you are not. Because you just have to be filling in the gap for both of you, one way or the other. You just have to, that push,
Sacrifice.
that push, yeah, the sacrifice and everything. If you are waiting like, oh, this woman, this is her role, this mind your business, mind my business, oh my God, it's not,
it's not
at
going to
all.
work.
So it's vice versa. It's vice versa. But I think the women needs it more from men, because women will have lots of potential. Like the man can just face one direction, but the woman is thinking this way, is thinking that way. In fact, the woman could just have like 20 ideas and wouldn't know the exact one to. If the man is the right person, you puncture the one that I think you can be able to do, and with his push, both of you are already there. I think I totally agree with you.
Very, and in that situation, we've seen practically of couple in their 35, 36 that the woman has the potential, but you see the man, because of the insecurity and that immaturity that is not a function of age, that
they
as I
get
have
scared.
claimed.
They get scared.
They get scared. They get insecure. The insecurity set into play, and they will demoralize. They will push. They will put pressure. They will use their influence as the man of the Mumu family. They will use it to kill the morale instead of you to support. We've seen it in Nigeria and abroad, and these are all. This is coming from older men. So that is why I said marriage is not, age won't bring that maturity. Age won't give you that ski. The environment and the way you see lives will give you. The people will move with some time. If you move with people where even in Nigeria or abroad, with combined earning salary of 300,000 per annum, and you are there struggling with 100,000, 120, and you have a wife who is sitting on economics or psychology degree without doing anything, and you are sitting there, you can't support and open up opportunity for her to function in the same society, you are losing out. You are losing out. You are losing. And women need that. If you do that, like the way, look, we know that when people come abroad, we say, immediately this woman starts earning, okay, and is going out, cashing out, you won't respect me again. I say that is not always true. That is not always true. Nigerian women are loving. Nigerian women are loving. Now, the way I see it, look, the way I see it is this. As a man, okay? People can say because you are lucky or no. As a man, you bring woman on board. Whatever you are supporting her on, whatever motivation you are supporting her on to see values and skill potential in herself, you understand? Let her know that it's about her. It's about you. Okay? It's about you. It's about you. Okay? Do this so that you can do that on our own. Even know in my mind that how will you end this and you won't do something around? No true and fair. I know, because we are not in Nigeria. If you are in Nigeria, probably I have a house paid off. Okay, I won't have to bother about rent. So if you earn for yourself in Nigeria as a woman, okay, you support yourself with basic stuff. But if you are in abroad, we really need everyone hands together, cooperation together. I work full time 1.0, you work 0.4. That is okay, 0.6. It makes you healthier. It allows you to know more about about the new society. It will allow you to support our kids' transition when they are up. But if you are not doing anything, okay, then our kids will suffer. So you also need to do something for your own good. So see it from that aspect. Let your woman know that even though we are married, do that. Do that. Whatever you earn is for you. But the women that you show love, go out.
They will just be spending without you even asking.
Without even
They will be doing this swiftly, like smoothly.
Okay.
You won't even.
Look,
I mean, you just give her the chance, like, babe, just do whatever, and then, well, not the one like, how much is your salary, and how much
yeah,
have you
you see, that is what I'm saying. They will do it. Look, let me give you a practical example. Right when my wife met me, I'm a gamer. I play game, PlayStation. That is free school. Ibadan. We like PlayStation because we were disadvantaged. We couldn't afford PlayStation 4, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1 then. We go to saloon to pay 5 naira, 10 naira to play in Ibadan street. We pay to do it. So it's always been at the back of my mind that okay, whenever I start work, at a point I will be able to afford P. It's always been my dream that I'll be able to afford PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and bring it to the comfort of my... See, humble beginning. You understand? So, when I was dating my wife, she knew that I like playing game on my phone, something like that. But yeah, I still couldn't I don't have that stability of saying, I want to sit down and be playing PlayStation 5 on TV or something.
Sorry,
like
Blue
that.
Eye said
Because
there's
you
a
have
matter of urgency.
Okay.
What if she buys in transit here before she reached the hospital she was transferred to? Please, how is this? Is urgent? What is urgent?
Says we're meeting BLO.
The person said it's he or she's coughing blood.
BLO. They don't call it
They
BLO.
just duped me the other day for Meadow Hall. I stop, I see person they roll for ground. I quickly come out 45,000 naira, give her me the carry and go hospital. I shouldn't have the normal scam where the guy they run. Please, I'm sorry. I'm
I saw
sorry.
that video. Really?
I'm telling you, go and read the comments under that video. I was heartbroken.
Wow.
I did drive, they go almost carry the guy inside my car, begin they carry him go. I just they look and say, if this guy go pay for my motor, now another thing they go talk. I shown there's skinny. I say, we're in these guys.
Bye.
Ogba mi gbe. Fagba mi gbe.
Oh dear. What by a oh dear. Yeah, this will pay me on your behalf for.
No verse.
I'm not this.
Blue Eva, send me a DM. I will call you one-on-one.
So
I will DM you now one-on-one.
So
Me, I can guarantee that this thing is a scam.
So if
Yeah, sorry. I saw that
okay, it's
video.
fine. Sorry, Baba.
Yeah, let me go down. I want to go to bed.
You are not going to any bed. It's me and you this night.
So if as a man you are not supporting your wife's aspiration, you are losing out. So fast forward. What I mean is that fast forward, coming to Australia, we got our life sorted out.
Yeah, I think people want to know more about this Australia thing. If you can just throw, like.
Have you want to leave Canada?
That permission. That the priest need
No.
that permission. So.
No, don't worry. The day we'll talk about it, we'll talk about it. No be today. Hey.
Is that the priest permission? Okay. So
Yeah,
as a man,
I'm listening to you.
okay, so fast forward to later, my wife already know that I play game, and yeah. What I want to say is that after many years
Sorry,
of
the
marriage,
game, is it to make money or just the game?
Just
like,
fun.
you have interest in just playing
Just
game,
fun.
just fun. Okay,
Main
so you
stuff,
spend
just
most
fun.
of your time.
Not
Yeah.
most of my time. Like she knows that I play game once in a while, but I can't afford it at that time. So when I say what I meant was I was just trying to support my interest in playing game early in my life, just go to things kids to do. What I mean is that now in Australia, my first handed game, my wife bought it for me, because she works, because she has skill.
So, bro, still they play game. Did you see?
Yeah, we still play.
PS5.
Not PS5, handheld, very expensive one that,
Ah.
yeah, it's very expensive. So, handheld. And she said, oh, this is what you want, and she got it. So it shows that when you support your woman and you let them see it from the perspective of the fact that it's about them, it's about their own good, Leave that if they are going to be responsible in home or not. They will. It will come naturally when they see that you have their self-interest at heart. Not you that brought your wife from Nigeria to abroad to suffer her, to oppress her, to keep her. The system will not support her. To pressure her. Because one day or the other, your wife is an adult. She will understand the system and she will fight back for those years of oppression you have made her to pass through, and that will look bad on you. So again, being married, to me, not about age. It's about your maturity. It's about the way you see things, the way you see life, your social skills, your ability to support your partner to thrive, and your ability to be disciplined. Because there will be a lot of temptation for men, especially when you are financially stable and you are okay. You will see young up and down, you will see pops, you will see everything. Even if you are someone that can speak very well, some women will want to listen to you. Some women will have you as their friends. And if you are not very careful, it can look bad on your relationship. So it has more to do than age. To me, that is still my belief. Okay?
Okay. So that the phrase.
Yes.
So now, are we advising that everyone should look forward to getting married at 30? Or what if you know you are actually emotionally and financially stable to get married even before 30 is still okay? I think that is my own point on
Me, I'm doubting
that.
that you will be, though. Unless you want us to lie to one another. I'm doubting.
I don't know of any 30-year, less than 30-year-old boy or man or woman that is ready for marriage right now.
Right now, in Nigeria.
Yeah, I see.
They're all still dependent.
It's difficult.
See. It's just that they are not the percentage is not as much as, but I think
it's not high.
Yeah, the percentage is
maybe maybe 20% or maybe
because
30%.
Sometimes you finish school and NYC at 24, 25. By the time you start looking for, you all know that getting a job, in Nigeria when you graduate is not easy. Like it's not easy. It's like equating it as using needles to pass the eye of the camera. How do they say it? So we know that it's very, very tough. So for you to have probably settled even before 30 is very, very rare for both genders, for both male and female. It's actually very, very rare. And even if you get a job 26, 27, I don't think, and because of our culture, when you start working, if you are the first child or the first male, the first female, you are supposed to take care of
the pressure.
Your younger ones, your siblings. You want to settle your parents, let them get it. If not, if you get married, it's still going to be pressure on that your marriage. In fact, most of the problem we have most in Nigerian marriages is family pressure. From both ends. Family demands. If you are living okay with your spouse, they will think, oh, you are the one eating their child's money. Put pressure. Before you know it, it becomes messy. So by the time you finish all that, so at the end when you finish 26, 27, you want to settle your family and to see them like, okay, let me try to an extent, or let me push my younger ones up so that they won't pressure me too by the time I settle down. So by the time you look, it's already 30, 31, 32 before you think of marriage. To an extent, yeah. Realistically, yes, because of this Nigeria economy and Nigeria's way of it's quite difficult to be fair, but we still see most people get married before the age of 30, and they are doing well as well.
Blue Eve 13 is very low. Okay, Blue Eve 13, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you now, live.
He said he's not broke, he's well to do. So what's the problem?
So what's the problem? Don't worry, don't make I don't mind that more until I talk to him.
wants prayer. He wants us to pray for her.
Okay.
Him.
Let me. Is it him or her? Let me call.
Okay.
Blue Eve 13. Okay. I'm going to follow you back just for this night. I will unfollow you after. Unless you show me. I'm calling her video call. Don't worry. I'm calling you video call. Why are you not accepting the call?
Pick your call, bro.
Pick your call. If you're real.
If you're real, pick your call or call me back.
Probably set it up high.
People should not run.
I'm on train. You can call me. But they're calling you now.
They are calling you, are not picking up. You are telling us you are on the train.
Sent request. She wants to be on the live.
No. Pick my call one-on-one first before we carry you come live.
Yes.
Okay, go attend to my own wife
Where
too.
are you calling on? They're asking where are you calling on?
I'm calling you on Instagram
video.
DM.
Maybe you should leave this live to be able to.
Don't worry. Okay, she's calling me live now. Okay. Yeah, hi. What's the problem, my sister?
I'm not feeling fine.
Okay, what's wrong?
I'm on transit and in India.
You are in India? Okay. So, how may we help you?
Actually, what I need is prayer.
Okay, no problem. If it's prayer and support, I'll talk to you after the live, okay? I can't hear you. Okay. So if it's prayer and support, we'll do that after the live. Abby?
We'll pray for her.
We have a whole team dedicated to prayer and prayer-related things. Abi Jelu, we could get prayer meeting. And we had prayer meeting today. Today is even our prayer meeting day, Saturday.
Morning.
Yes. Jelo, you've never joined us before.
I tried joining today, but I couldn't.
You are busy.
But I saw the
notification.
I saw the notification, yes. I needed to download the Zoom app on my other phone because I used
Oh.
couldn't do that because of my space. So except I send you this number to be added. Okay. So what next?
So
What is
that is
the next
something.
activity?
Please, one Caleb said you should bring him or her up.
Okay.
Okay.
Sele? Is it Sele?
Sele.
Our Sele of
Yes,
South
now our
Africa?
guy, Sele.
Sele.
Someone says, is Belinda in the prayer group? Nope. And I will not bring her because of you. Because it's woman you want to come and be looking for in prayer group.
Obviously.
Help him get one now.
Oh yeah, good night, Kate. Have a lovely night.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
If you want to be added to the prayer group, send me a DM.
Okay.
All right. Two people don't
Two
go.
of them left.
Otolenta fe.
Now.
Now another person won't take off.
Tell the guy to send his request. Our G,
Sele.
celebrity.
Salikini.
Celebrity.
I'm not selling.
Our latest celebrity. He knows how to blow. He just blow
I
like
don't
this.
blow like this, so I beg you.
You don't already blow, too late, bro. Too late.
For starters, those that asked me if I have joined Gege's University of Wisdom and Understanding, I stayed in preschool. So
No,
I
that day
stayed
they
in
say you should join John now. We have set it
John.
now. It's John. Yeah, John, you are not joining. Gege is too far.
John is teaching me. I have my notes here anyways.
So you have your notes? You said
So
you
I
have a
wanted
different angle. Yeah.
Yes,
to
I
that.
have a divergent point of view, DF. You know, as much as I agree with DF, as much as I agree with DF is like turning here. I don't know.
I can see you.
DF is the IPMX network.
Baba.
No,
This
it's
one now
okay,
the
it's not
iPhone, the
turning
battery
here.
won't die, so talk quick.
Okay, so as I was saying, as long as I agree with your point of view, I somehow don't agree at the same time. The reason why I don't agree is this: when a woman gets married beyond her 30s, her fertility rate or proactiveness reduces. So
Should I argue that with you?
Yeah, of course.
No.
Taste buds had baby freeze at 38. So this thing you are talking about is an illusion.
Therefore, we take a vast population of women beyond 30s, like 35, 36, 38. We would see that
There's nothing wrong with the women. It's the men that have the problem.
Yes, I agree as well. But mainly, women either have fertility issues, or there is also chromosomal issues as well. When we have complications with the child.
If you're saying late 30s,
Sele, who is giving you all this? Who is feeding you all these ideologies?
If you say late 30, we can say
Sele, who is giving you all these ideologies?
30.
Yeah, I read about it, and I've seen some people, I've witnessed some people that
woman will get fertility problem, no be saying her age. If you said 40, I would understand what you are saying.
Yes.
Not 30.
Late 30s, 40. Yeah.
Now many women I don't give belly in the way they are 30s. We all of them carry belly. But I leave that nonsense, you know talk, you know work.
Yeah, because you get free nation activeness now.
What are you saying? No.
But anyway,
Sele, this one no enter. You no enter half self.
It's the truth. A lot of them in their 20s, they vape and they do some other unhealthy stuff.
Then that is the vaping.
That is individual, it's not biological.
J-Lo, have you ever vaped before?
No.
Okay, so why is vaping a problem for J-Lo? No, be you go to vape. Baba, leave this matter. Now, nonsense argument. Nonsense argument. As a woman, by between 30 and 35, your fertility has not diminished to the point where you cannot carry children. You have to work your lifestyle. You can't be drinking sugar and be sitting down in one spot and be eating a banyan and expect to be fertile.
It's the lifestyle.
Oh.
It's the lifestyle. It has nothing to do. I mean, 30 is still very, very okay.
Very okay. Women, they born inside 40s. Well safe. It's not advised, but if that's what you have. My sister, someone said that please listen to Sele. He's not making any sense. Sele, you are my guy, but I will tell you the truth.
A doctor can confirm what I'm saying.
Forget it. The doctor can confirm a lot of nonsense. Listen, the fact that you went to medical school does not mean you are an authority on everything. The fact that you went to medical, I don't follow doctor argue cloning before, and the doctor had no clue about cloning. He had no idea, but he's a doctor. I don't follow engineer argue V12 engine. Why V12 against V8, and the engineer no get any clue. The fact the person go school study something does not make them an authority on fertility. You understand what I'm telling you? Yes, there is a decline, but the decline is not so sufficient that the woman cannot have kids.
Yes, it's not that
It's not
rapid
that
as 30.
between 29 and 35. The decline in fertility is not so bad that you stop setting women up to start having kids early. Listen, you can have your kids by 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. But there's nothing that is stopping you from having kids at 35, safe. My sister gave birth at 38 for the first child, 38. First child, 38. Someone said, I'm a doctor and I can confirm Celeste point. Timoski, leave am. You're not a doctor. Doctor of what? Doctor of quick. Leave am.
Not even my conclusion is this.
38 is high risk. Absolutely.
There could be blood clots and what? Hey, sorry.
There can be blood clots at any age. Let me tell you, okay, the biological age to have children is 18. Why your daughter is not having children at 18? 18 to 20, that's the best, biologically, that's the best time to have children. So why are you not having children at 18, 20?
Yeah, I subscribe to your school of thought, but what I just wanted to add is this: whatever they are doing, ladies are doing.
Someone said my uncle's second wife is over 40. She gave birth 2 months ago. 35 above is high risk, we know. That's why you should plan your life in such a way that you have your children between 30 and 35.
Or if they still want to move further in their career, they should just freeze eggs, simple, or go and check their fertility.
See, you don't need to freeze any egg. You freeze your egg after 35. But you see, let's stop creating unnecessary panic. Let's stop creating unnecessary panic. Let's stop creating unnecessary panic. Must you have children? Must you have children? What's the use of you having children in this world to add to the already overpopulated world? Baba, if you have one child, it's okay. Have that your one child. Take care of your one child. How do you at in this age want to have children?
But with the one child have like a healthy mind.
Yes. Yes.
Very healthy in the tummy before.
Yes. One child can have healthy mind. It's unnecessary fear. You have one child. Okay. Let's say you are 30. You have your first child at 30 or at 31, and you have your second child at 33. You are still okay.
That's fine, but beyond 35.
But your argument was 30 because of.
No wonder this one is supporting Sele. DF, child is everything. That's the thing. You make women that don't have children or men that don't have children feel useless. It's a lie. You can be Oprah is better than you. Child is everything. Oprah not get picking. Oprah better pass you. Isaac Newton, his law of gravity is what we are using to work physics today. He did not have any children. Shut up. Anybody that tells you children are important, shut up. If you don't want to have children, you listen. Let nobody pressure you. If you want to have children, have children. If you don't want to have children, don't let anybody put any pressure on you. Your father that had children is not more successful than Isaac Newton. Your father will buy and go, and 30 years from now, nobody will ever remember that your father lived. As long as this earth is revolving, we will always learn Newton's 3 laws of motion.
And so many wealthy parents too, after they buy, their children couldn't even keep the wealth. They wasted it, or they couldn't even.
Nobody remembers that. This your father that, oh, I want to have children. I want to have. Listen, nobody remembers Isaac Newton's children. He didn't have children. Nobody knows his children. How many people know Mozart's children? The people that shaped this world, do you know their children? Children. If you want to leave an impact in this world, make a name, discover something. Tesla, that Elon Musk named his company after, was a foremost engineer when it comes to electronics. They will always remember you. Why they not carry your papa name, go put as Elon Musk company?
No, there are so many other ways.
People remember Galileo. People remember Archimedes. People even remember this guy. What's his name? Karl Marx. Two of his children died because of malnutrition, because he stood up against religion. He suffered. But I studied Marxism as a course in sociology. He lost two of his children. Nobody knows his children. It's Karl Marx we know. It's poverty mentality to think that, hey, what I did not live in my life, I'll transfer it to my children. If you live a good life and put your name down in the sands of time, nobody will forget Oprah. If she didn't have children, they will still remember her. The reason why your father thinks children are so important is because he did not achieve anything in his life. More they tell ourselves the truth. My mouth no good, I go talk him. How many children did Paul the apostle have? We know Peter. Do we know any of his children? May una leave Caleb. May una leave Sele. Sele na our guy. But this one no enter. Socrates, Galileo.
I have made my point.
You have not made any point. You just talked.
I'm asking you, how many children do you have now?
Sorry, who is I say that question? Please, I don't get. Okay, I do not have any child, but what I'm saying is.
How old are you, Caleb? How old are you?
How old are you?
In my late 20s.
You don't even practice what you they preach. Imagine person want to listen to. You are in your late 20s, you never born.
That's why I asked that question.
Caleb, you didn't make any point, you just talked. You just did like, let me tell you what you did.
Oh dear.
You did not make any point. No, I love you, Caleb. I love you, Caleb. You are not going anywhere. You are here with us this night. See, when you make statements like these, you define people by. It's good to have children. No, don't get me wrong. I love my children. As a day right now, I tell you, my daughter is turning 25. She's out with her friend, turning 23. She's out with her friends, having fun on her birthday. All her friends came around. The mother big cake for her. The mother bought Wivon for a big wig, expensive wig, ₦1,000,000 wig for her as she turned 23. It's an honor to have children, as an honor to raise children. Yes, you understand what I'm telling you, and I understand what it is to have old children. I'm 49 and I get 23-year-olds. I get 21-year-olds. 23-year-old, I get 2. I get 20-year-old, I get 21-year-old, I get 18-year-old, I get baby self, will be 10-year-old. So yes, having children is very important, and it's a remarkable thing. But when you let it define you, then it is a problem. You let it define you is a problem. I had kids very early, and I didn't understand. There are mistakes I made earlier on in life. If I don't manage and well, my children for not they talk to me now. I even have 2 children that don't even talk to me again. I've not seen in 10 years. And they are part of the children I had when I was very young. So you've got to understand that, look, okay, first marriage, I got married at 25. I had 2 children. I've not seen the children now. The marriage was ruined recklessly. My relationship with my children was shattered. Please advise me. Do you think I'll be 25 again and I'll go and marry? Do you think I'll be 25 again and the next thing on my mind will be marriage? If I can reverse time to 25, the last thing I will think about is marriage.
But yeah, can I ask like a honest question?
Yeah.
Do you think it was the act of you getting married or you getting married to the wrong person that caused the issue?
Why would someone marry wrongly if it is not that the person is not probably...
You can still be 40 and still marry wrongly.
Matured enough.
Now, I got married. If I got married to the right person, I probably would still have messed it up because I was not ready. Now, if I'd married the wrong person at 40, we would have probably found a way to manage the relationship better. When I was getting married to Taste Buds, I was slightly older. At least I was not 25 again. I saw life from a different perspective. And taste buds too saw life from a different perspective. She understood that this life. Now, when you taste bad marriage, now you go understand the one way good.
But DF, when I want to counter what you just said. You said that probably you weren't ready. Even if you had gotten married to the right person, you feel like you weren't ready. But according to the stories or what you've narrated to us in the past, you were responsible in the marriage. You were responsible.
I was
You did.
financially responsible. I was not
Oh, okay.
psychologically
Okay.
responsible.
Okay.
I
Now
told
I
you my
get
wife, my ex-wife said some things to me. I said my own back. In retrospect, I for not talk those things where I talked to her. There are many things I
Okay.
said to her that I should never have said to her, that I will not say to my current wife.
Mm.
Do you understand what I'm saying, bruh?
Yes, I do.
The likelihood that you understand things better. This person saying my argument on this is totally wrong. Oh yeah, come and talk. Make I even allow you. This thing where they hungry you to talk. Oh yeah, come and talk.
Yes, Amy.
You go here now. Oh yeah, brother.
Hello, DF. How you doing?
Very well, thank you. Oh yeah, talk. Want to hear you. This
Hello,
your fantastic argument. You and Sele.
Hi.
The two of Nakuku did the bottom.
Welcome.
So I've been longing to come on this. I went out somewhere and I've been longing to come on this, but good you brought me in. So first, I really want to appreciate what you're doing with this program, but I understand that a lot of people, they're listening to you, and based on that, they plan their life towards that. What I'm just saying is, age when it comes to marriage is very significant. It has a very little role to play when it comes to marriage. Now, I'm going to tell you based on my own experience.
How old are you?
Myself, right now, I'm 49 years old.
How old were you when you got married? I'm also 49, so.
Okay, so I got married at 29.
Okay, which was fine.
I got married at 29. So my wife was 26.
Which was fine. So what was wrong?
Okay, hold on. So where I got concerned is the fact that you said if you are not 30, you cannot get married. You understand? You are not ready to get married.
Now, when I say 30, hold on. A slow bloomer, 30. An early bloomer, 27, 28, 29. A late bloomer, 31, 32, 33. You see, at 25, if you had given me if you had given me Beyonce, I for frustrate them. Because my eye still dey street.
I understand what you're saying.
At 25, my eye was on the road. My eye did not leave the road till I was like 35.
I understand what you're saying. Can you give me some minutes? Let me
go ahead, brother.
My point. So this is it. Personally, when you talk of age, it's not a factor that determines your maturity. Now, this is my point. I want to use myself as a case. Do you understand what I'm saying? I've been married for next year, April, will be 20 years, and I can authoritatively say I have a good marriage. So, where the challenge is, when I got married, a week after my wedding, the doctors gave us a report medically regarding my wife. Now, if that report, we had gotten that report when my wife was in her 30s, it would have been literally impossible for us to have kids. Do you understand? Well, in fact, if we had gotten that report when my wife was
Please,
30,
what was this report that you got?
Okay, so my wife had fibroid, and the size of the fibroid. Yeah, let me learn. The size of the fibroid, the doctor told us a week after. So a week wedding, my wife was having some
Bleeding.
feelings, complications, yeah. So we went to the hospital. This is a week after my wedding. We went to the hospital. I'm talking to you now. My wife is just opposite me here. So it's not like I'm making stories. You understand what I'm saying? So a week after my wedding, well, with my wife was having some complications. We went to the hospital, and the doctor, in fact, the doctor, as far as I'm concerned, is not even well mannered to manage his emotions. He told me, he said, young man, it's practically impossible for you guys to have kids. That's what the guy told me. But now, to cut the long story short,
At
number one,
26.
my wife was 26 because of that fibroid. Do you understand what I'm trying
Now,
to
you
say?
don't they add another clause to them.
No, it's
A
not close.
normal woman will no get
DF,
fibroid.
DF,
Mm-hmm.
DF. Can I just complete what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
My point here is this. If we had worked with the formula that, oh, we have to be in our 30s, and
Hold on.
sure, after that point in
Fibroid
time,
no be
no,
something
let
where
me
they not fit
land.
come out to.
DF, you are cutting me. Can I just land,
All
please?
right.
Okay, so because at that point, my wife graduated from school because before my wife got into the university, she worked. So my wife graduated in fact, she graduated that same year we got married from the university. So if my wife had said, okay, I want to balance up a lot of things, I want to settle down first, get a job and all that in place, we would have been able to get married that time. We would have waited till like maybe 30, and we got married at 30 when she was 30. After that point in time, we would have missed the chance of managing the fibroid situation. Now, to cut the long story short, she had to go through surgery to take out the fibroid, and we had one. We even had a second one. All of this, if I go into the complications that were involved, both mentally, emotionally, the way I had to manage things, to put her in that right frame of mind, to be able to do that, all of that never has to do with my age. Now, when we're
So how old was the time your wife had her first child?
So my wife had her first child 2 years after our marriage, so she was 28 when she had her first child.
JLo wants to ask a question before I talk.
Yeah, well, it's not really a question on the answer. I just want to say, I think all these doctors, they have almost the same way of talking. Once they realize that there's a problem, first of all, they want to deal with it now. And they will make you feel like if you don't do it now, in the next 2 weeks, it's very, very impossible. So I want to tell you that this term you use is what most um, most doctors will always use once they notice a problem. First of all, they want you to do that thing in their hospital, so they want to do everything possible for them to make you feel like that thing cannot wait. Or
okay, Jello, let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question.
I'm
then
talking,
I'll bring
let
my
me
other
land.
point.
I'll allow
Hold
you
on.
to land. Can you let me
If you
land?
meet
When
a
I'm
doctor,
finished,
Brother, you landed.
when I'm
Please
finished,
allow
when I'm finished, because I also remember
This brother I go get hot temper.
I did.
No, it's okay, dear. No,
I did
dear.
IVF.
It's okay.
I had complications too. Like not even the complication. So I had delay in getting pregnant, in my marriage, and I did IVF. And I can tell you, they rushed me to do 3 IVFs in the space of 6 months. And what they keep telling you is you have to do it now. Now that we have started the process, if you wait any longer, it may not be. So it is, for me, it is what the doctor will always say. So I don't think
would you wait if a doctor tells you do it now? Would you wait?
That is why I say that you cannot use that as a base for this your argument now, because this is what every doctor will tell you. One, they notice there's a problem. First of all, they want you to do in their hospital. First of all, they want to put pressure on you and make you feel like, oh, if there's any delay, if there's anything.
Let me give you a personal experience. Let me give you a personal experience. Hold on. Let me give you a personal experience. 2021, my children were sick, heavy malaria. I took them to the hospital. They had 2+ malaria. So because we're all in the house, I just said me and my wife too should check if we had malaria. We checked. I had 1+. My wife had 1+. The doctor gave us medicine. They said I should use. I wasn't having any symptoms. The doctor said, no, you need to treat it. You need to treat it. 4 years later, I've still not treated it. That malaria medicine expired. I threw it away like a year ago. Doctor said, no, you must. I sat down, my brain could figure it out that, look, if I'm not showing any symptoms, that means my body can handle it. 100, as in 4 years later, I've still not used that. As in the malaria medicine expired. My wife did not break down with malaria till 2 years later, when she was under stress.
The way your body reacts to certain illnesses is
See, let me explain something to you. Malaria is endemic to this part of the world. If you understand how plasmodium works. Someone said, I'm just giving you an example.
Okay.
Fibroids can be operated at any time. I don't see why operating a fibroid at 38 will prevent you from getting pregnant at 38.
Okay, let me land. Can I push that further? Can I push that further, please?
Yes.
Okay, so the truth is, even when the fibroid was done and she took it was a miracle to even happen in the first place. Now, the doctor that gave us that report is not the one we did the surgery with, so I just wanted to get that. In fact, that was my last meeting with that doctor, the doctor that gave me that report.
Because he made that
okay, hold on, let me land.
He already set you up with panic already.
No, it's not panic. So let me explain. I just want you to understand something. Now, I want to, at least I've addressed that. 2 points I've been driving here. So, number one, when you have a girl that is in the university and maybe probably graduated from the university, and a guy wants to get married to the person, the excuse should not be, oh, you've been dating a guy, they've known each other. I dated my wife for about 4 years. No, 6 years in total. I met my wife when I was 20. No, when I was 23. We got married. She was 20. No, she was 19. We got married 6 years after. So we had 6 years. Even during that period, I left the country. I went to do my master's, came back. It's just a lot of details that I don't really need to push here. But what my point is this.
My brother,
they are just so
your wife would have handled this pregnancy the same way if she were 32. The same way. You have not shown me anything that 30. You have told me what one doctor said. You never go me. Let me give you an example. My mother-in-law. Doctor looked at her and said she has stage 4 cancer and that she should start chemotherapy. I said no. I brought her to Lagos, ran a PET CT, did a scan. She did not have 0 cancer inside her.
Okay, but if I tell you,
my wife will bear me witness. That's why they tell you always seek a second opinion.
Hold on. Based on that doctor's report, I never panicked. I want you to know that I never, and we were not in a hurry to do that surgery. We were not, and we never. If we did that surgery after we've had my first child, we had my first child with that fibroid. We had that boy to negate even the doctor's report. We now had the surgery. Immediately we had the surgery. That was like 5 years after. That's when we had my daughter. So no, okay. Let me drive you to the point of the marriage. I don't want you to discourage people to get married.
Brother, me, I will discourage them. Oh. Me, what I want women to do is be stable. You see, listen, brother, you stayed by your wife. The men that didn't stay with their wife, and the women had nothing to fall back on. There was a woman that was kicked out of her husband's home. Taste Buds was the one that helped her get sewing machine so she was sleeping in her shop and sewing to feed herself. If she had established herself.
I won't say you are discouraged. I'm thinking, I won't say you're actually discouraged. It's just an advice. Like, okay, from your experience, I won't say you're...
See, let me tell you something. For a woman, my message is be stable. For a man, I don't understand. You see, you said you were 29. 29 is more or less 30. What's the difference between 29 and 30?
Yes.
It's more or less
Or
30.
31. Is it
Oh,
the
my
same?
wife is
29, 30, and
26.
31 are more or less the same
What I'm
age
just trying
range.
to say is this, DF. I'm one of the. I watch all your shows, and
No, I understand where
learn
you are
a
coming
lot.
from, but you see,
Look,
let me tell you
I learn
something.
a lot from what
Hold
you're
on, bro.
saying.
Hold on,
But
bro.
what I'm
Let me
just trying to
wait.
say
You know
is
you've
this.
been landing since. Let me just tell you something
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Let me tell you something here. You see, when you have experience in life, you have your one life that you are using as a judge. I have a whole church. I listen to their problems. Most people, by the time they are our age, they are in their second marriage. Most of them. Most people, even on this live, by the time they are our age, they are in their 40s, they are already in their second marriage. If you are in your second marriage, it means your first marriage did not work. Is that not logic?
It's
So
logic.
I have sat down and I have listened. I have a 23-year-old daughter. Is my daughter mentally ready for marriage? No. She might want to be in love with a boy. She might want to be happy with the guy. But is she really ready to raise a child? For let's even imagine she has that child naturally. She doesn't have any issues. Is she really ready as a Gen Z woman in a world of social media? Is she really ready to add weight and lose weight? Is she really ready to lose her skin color? All those things that matter to them. Is she going to be able to handle it when she's not yet emotionally mature? Is a conversation. Let me tell you something, eh? The lady I brought earlier on married and left the marriage. I don't know if JLo wants to talk, but JLo doesn't like to talk, so I will just leave JLo
No,
out
but
of it.
it's okay. I just mentioned here. I'm not married.
But you were
Like I
married
said, I
before.
had to leave. Yeah, I was
Why are
married
you not
before
in your first marriage?
because I had to leave.
Why am I not in my first marriage? So, my brother, in this equation is ratio 1 to 3 inside this life. Sele is 30. He is not married. He doesn't look like who wants to marry. The last person he wanted to marry left him in South Africa.
No, he's gonna get married.
The one that made him,
So Sele is a celebrity. Sele is short for celebrity.
A lot of people like what you do.
A lot of what I told Sele, a lot of people loved him. But I want you to understand that your story of you meeting your wife and 49 you are still without your first wife is not the norm. Oh.
But yeah, if it's meant to be the norm, right? Isn't it?
Sele, don't
You're
start
very
again.
right there. It's meant to be the norm.
No, you see. Hold on. JLo, when you were in school, JLo, when you were in school,
yes, sir.
remember there was one guy or girl that was the most brilliant student in your class.
Yes, yes.
Your parents used to say that he will make more, he will be more successful than all of you. Your
Come again.
teachers always used to say that, look at this person, why don't you be like
Maybe
this
the teacher,
person?
yes.
It's
Yeah.
possible.
Not
Yeah, they
parents,
usually say
teachers.
that. Yeah.
Teachers. Yeah.
Is
Even
that person
parents do
is
it
that
too.
person so successful today?
The one I know is in
Most of
jail.
them. Most of
The
them
most
don't.
successful
Most of them
guy
don't.
in my secondary school passed on. He ended up not anyway. I don't want to talk about it because I got into trouble the last time I talked
I
about it.
understand.
So when you say what is meant to be is idealistic, idealistic and realistic are two separate things.
Separate
They
points.
look at a girl and say she's an olosho, she will not have a happy marriage, and she ends up having a happy marriage. Because you see, when you look at things statistically, I said something. I can count people in this life. Henry the Great is in his second marriage. I just by looking at people in their lives, in this life, I can start telling you that you at 49 being married to your first wife is not the norm. Is not normal. It is the, how do they put it?
One they should.
Is
I don't know how to put it in that.
see John too. John was married and divorced. As people they type and they read their name. I don't know Kamarudin one on one. As they type and they tell you. Make a demand as people don't fear to type now because they it's a miracle. God bless you, no man.
No, no, wait. No.
It's the exception to the rule. It's not easy to be married at 49 to the woman you got married. Now, if you had married your wife at you were 25 and she was 23, you might not have survived it. Oyenike Oyetunde is not in her first marriage. Henry the Great is not in his first marriage. Neoma Canada is in her second marriage.
Krista, are you your first man? What about
That girl that was here that left so you could come, Kate, she's divorced. I'm looking as I see their name that they reach them.
You've named people to buttress your point, and I agree with you. But what I just wanted to say, and the reason why I came on this live, is for people to understand that why they are
Shukbotu is
waiting on
married and divorced.
while they are waiting on and working on themselves, they should also be very, very vigilant and be very, very careful.
Celeb, practice what you preach. Celeb, practice what you, are you just saying this
No,
to
you won't
women?
marry. You won't marry.
Are
You
you
won't
just
marry.
saying this to
Do you want to
women?
marry, Jelo? Do you want to marry me?
I've married
You want to
before now, so marriage is not
Do you want
sweet.
to marry me now? If you don't want to
What?
marry me, then stop telling me to practice what I preach.
No, because you're saying you are saying that's what we ask of your age. That's what we ask if you're married. That's what we ask if we have children. And you've not. So I don't know why you are saying. Or are you just saying it to women, or you want to?
Okay.
I just want to ask you: are you exempting men out of this conversation, or you're
No,
just
no.
directing
I'm
this
not
to women?
exempting
I'm talking
men.
to select.
All right,
not to-
1 minute remaining.
Okay.
Who is rounding off?
So can I came in late, so I should get that honor.
All right, yes, let's give him the. We don't know what your name is, bro.
Okay, I'm Emmanuel.
All right, Emmanuel, you have the honor of closing the live.
Okay, so this is it. There's a point I wanted to add, but what I just want to say is, I really want to. There's so much advantage if you get married on time, but when it doesn't come, it's not like you have to put yourself in under pressure.
And also
But
add that there's also so much disadvantage. Just by reading the roll call of the people in this live, I have shown you that majority are divorced. Majority are not in their first
They
marriages.
got divorced not because they were too young to get married. Now. It's not because they were
It's
too
part
young.
of it. Because of the pressure
Yes,
sometimes.
it's one of the
How old were you when you
it's one
first got
of-
married, JLo?
I'm married at 33.
You see? She got married at the right age that you
But you see, JLo left her marriage and was stable.
Yes,
My
yes.
argument is not more
Yes,
so
you're
the
right.
health of the woman. My argument is not more so it's the fact that I have daughters and I want to see some level of stability in them should anything go wrong. Because the likelihood that your marriage will survive in 2025 is lower than the likelihood that your marriage will fail. So you are working against statistics.
100%.
I want self-sufficiency. Do you know how many girls I take care of? Women that their husband has thrown out and we have to rent house for. There was a particular woman that came to Lagos. We had to rent. As you don't know what you see, you are a good man, Emmanuel. You are like Sele. Sele too is a good man. It's just that he became a celebrity overnight. You are good men. And women that will marry you will enjoy you. I want you to know that you are the exception, not the norm. You are the exception. And if JLo could get hurt, if so many other women could get hurt, if taste buds could get hurt in marriage, then you understand that the likelihood that you get hurt by a man, because not all men are like you, Emmanuel. All men should be like you. But the fact that they are not, then that already leaves us with a loophole.
Okay, so dear.
And like,
Oh yeah,
like, sorry,
end it now. End it now.
Let me end mine. Like
No,
that.
now he stopped.
Okay, JLo end. Let JLo end so that Emmanuel can have the last say.
My
Oh yeah,
end
JLo.
is, like Daddy Freeze said, if you can only be stable at that age or more as a woman as a man, financially stable, mentally stable. And I must say this to you: if I wasn't stable, I don't think you guys would have seen me on this live, because I would have been somewhere basking in fear, in heartbreak, in so many, and I can't mention, in hurt and so. But like that, the free said, that financial stability will always help you to be where you want to be, to go where you want to go, to achieve more, and to still dream. Like, because it is not really the end. It is not the end. If something happens, it is a lesson. It is an experience for you to step, for you to step further. But if you are not stable, how do you think you can achieve that? You'll just be going from one person to another, going from one person to another, and again you keep on hurting yourself. By the time you ask this person for money, for financial assistance, they don't give it to you. You ask this next person, they don't give it to you, and then with that also you get to meet different men at different times, because you think all your hope is coming from them. You will still not achieve anything. So I can say to an extent, I agree with that. If that financial stability helps you to stand again, because if that thing happens, it's shattered. It falls you down, like you go flat. So it takes that stability to bring you up again, for you to rise and start your life all over again. That is my own submission.
All right, thank you so much, my sister. Thank you, everybody.
Jello, we applaud your
Yeah.
courage, because
Okay,
it's not
so
easy to fall and stand
so
again.
I want to just say this. Personally, I've experienced in my family, the people that got married early, they are really doing very well than those that even got married later. That is personal. It might not be the case, but in addition, I just want to use this opportunity to encourage people. If you are ready, you've gone to school, you are educated, and you have somebody in your life, you guys know you've gone through the not this relationship that is everywhere, jokes. What I'm saying, you have somebody steady in your life. Don't allow age to be the factor. Go ahead if you are ready. You have something. You're done school. Go ahead, get married, and you're gonna have a good life if you are intentional about everything you want to do. That's my advice. Thank you so much, dear.
All right, guys. God bless. Everybody made some sense, from Emmanuel to Sele, the celebrity, to J Lo, to
Yes,
myself, to
now,
everybody.
yes, now.
Your own is just pick what makes sense for you, and at the end of the day, at least you
Thank you
learned
so much.
something if you join this live.
Yeah.
Church tomorrow
And join
starts.
church.
Church tomorrow starts at 1 o'clock. Please make sure you join. Sele, thank you so much for being such a good guy and for giving me for exposing you
Thank you
unintentionally.
so much, dear. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We love you.
Thank you, bro,
J-Lo.
Emmanuel with the ginger.
J-Lo,
This
thank
is
you for
my
always
man.
Go and learn.
assisting.
Go and learn.
And
Go and
everybody
learn.
else who joined today, we love you all. God bless you. As we know,
Sele,
Kuku Pop, my money gone.
great guy. You're a
Good
great
night.
guy.
Good night, everyone. Bye. Bye, sir.
Kamorudin, thank you.